Christmas tree home, safe and sound. So now I'm probably just gonna throw it out. Oh! Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are picking up an old Christmas tree on the new 70 Challenger. And we're pretty much gonna bring this car back to life, drive it 100 miles each way to pick up this tree. So follow along and see how that goes. I'm picking up my dream car 15 hours north up in Sweden. What can go possibly wrong? The rental car, front wheel drive, open diff and summer tires. It's great, you don't have to worry about it. What a unit. Well, good early morning. It's like 6 a.m. or something right now, and it's Black Friday, literally. What do you do on Black Friday? Well, you do a good Black Friday deal. Let's just say it like that. So I bought a car that's 15 hours away each way, so 30 hours of driving. So it's my dream car, so let's go pick it up. So when you find your dream car that you've been dreaming of ever since you were 7 years old because your dad showed you an old car chase movie, well, then you don't really have any other choice and just go get it, you know. Plus, it's a Black Friday deal. I'm on my way right now to pick up a rental truck so I can go get it. So I'm gonna go get a truck though, with Black Friday deals. Probably not. Listening to Super Soul on the radio and just traveling through the desert with 120 miles per hour in a big block Dodge Challenger. In 10 hours, there's gonna be a 70 Challenger on the back of this auto transporter. It's weird. I'm just trying to like comprehend it right now. Well, boss, just a chill little hailstorm. You don't have to worry about it. So I don't know if you can see those two trucks, but there was snow on the front end of those two trucks. So I imagine in a little bit while when we go up north further, we're gonna see some snow. Hang on tight. I don't even know if there's winter tires in this thing. Who knows? Well, as you can see, that's a lot of snow now. I'm gonna take a quick break at a little candy shop called the Candy Airplane here in Sweden. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's an airplane that you can go in and buy candy in. As you can see right there, that's an airplane and there's candy inside it. Well, I just learned that this thing is front wheel drive. I almost came out the parking lot or whatever and just like understeered into a sign. Good thing it had a handbrake. Did a little bit of Kim block action there and saved it. So open diff, front wheel drive. That's gonna turn out just wonderful when we go 1,000 kilometers even more north. Man, I'm out here doing rolling burnouts on the highway, man. Changing lanes, like you hit the sloppy snow area, whatever, between the lanes. This thing just goes like, what the heck? What the fuck is that? So right in there, that's Mantop Racetrack. If you ever want to see some drag racing, drifting, or road racing, you have to drive 500 kilometers up here in Sweden to see that. That's an aeroplane! That must be some Swedish Saab plane right there. Well, it's getting really dark, and I'm pretty sure there's like a thin layer of black ice right now, because if I floor it, it just starts to go crazy with the traction control. Keep the greasy side down. So this is what we're driving in right now, which is snowstorm in the middle of the night. And we still got 6 hours to go. Wish me luck. 30 miles per hour, and there's a lot of yellow lights up there. I don't think this needs any words. That's a 70 Challenger on the back of that truck right now. It's minus 12 degrees out right now and I'm freezing. I'm gonna drive past another point that I just drove by here before, coming down to the guy where there was a lot of like cool lightning and stuff. So I think I'm gonna take the Challenger in there and just shoot a few quick pictures, maybe an intro for this video and something. Look at that. on some old school 14-inch American Racing mag wheels. I don't even know if they're American Racing, but they are some old school units. I haven't seen those before. And also on the E-Sigmas. So as you can see, a very rough patina Challenger, but let me tell you, there is no rust in this thing. I just looked it over once again besides the pictures that he sent me, and there's zero, no rust. It's great. What a unit. Well, it's 6:40 a.m. and it's starting very slowly to actually get some light out on the horizon. So I'm looking forward to that, not driving in the dark anymore. And so far we don't have any snowstorm thing going on like on our way up here, so let's hope that stays like that. And I thought maybe the car's weight would help, but not really, because the car's weight is kind of lifting the front wheels on the truck or whatever, so it's kind of worse actually. So yeah, I don't know. I'll update you guys in a bit. Well, back to doing the exact same activity as I did yesterday, driving a lot of hours, 20 miles per hour behind snowplows. This is gonna take some time. So we got to the south side of Stockholm now, and now the roads are almost clear of snow. It's pretty nice. So now it's hopefully smooth sailing from here. You can't trust it, because suddenly you go over a hill and down to some valley where there's extra cold for some reason, and then there's just a bunch of white powder, I tell you what. You know, this is some ice road trucker shit right here. Well guys, we probably got the car off the trailer, so that's the truck, and into the shop. We gotta get this thing ready so we can go out and pick up this year's Christmas tree. Then the engine for some reason doesn't run. It won't start. Right rear brake is hanging up, so we're gonna look into that. We're just gonna crack these loose real quick. Man, these are not tight. Could that be the noise maybe I heard from that wheel over there? And we're gonna see how that's gonna look front and back. So if you guys are wondering what's going on with the 6-3 Impala sitting here, completely lowrider, well, I'm gonna rebuild the engine in this thing, or at least, you know, freshen it up a little bit. Because you can't have a shiny lowrider with a completely leaking and old shitty small block Chevy. So we're gonna jump into that thing here in probably a week or two, and that's gonna be a full build here in that thing. And we're probably just gonna tear the whole engine out, refresh it, repaint it, see what's condition it in, if we're gonna have to rebuild it. We're gonna take it from there, I guess. But mainly, we're gonna work on the engine in that thing. And here we go, the first build ever on this channel. Going on a lift, and away we go. Away we go. Why does it already rotate like that? Can I just rotate it like this? Holy shit. It's a rotisserie. Watch out for the Impala. This is the most original car I probably ever owned. I mean, we got factory inner fender well stuff right here. We got factory plastic inner fender well protection plates up here by the frame. Even down here is all the original plastic inner fender stuff. So since we've been to Power Tour, we might as well put a little bit of Power Tour on this car, right? Because it's gonna go on its own little Power Tour now. So we're just gonna install this just for fun. That looks freaking sick. Woo! Would you look at that? That's sick. I mean, just look at it. This side, and then we're gonna compare it to the other side. You guys can see that over here. And that's the other side with the 14-inch. So guess why we got the car on the ground? We're gonna pop the hood and see why this thing doesn't want to run or doesn't want to fire off. So that could be a lot of problems like carburetor, ignition, who knows, stock rings, valves, anything like that. Now I just gotta learn these E-body hood latches. First you gotta pull this one to the right, no, to the left, and then There you go. Fun fact, did you know that the Slant 6 actually share one part with the Hemi? Take a guess down below. Dipstick, we're gonna take a look at that again after the drive home. It's on full, kind of black. It is what it is, I guess. The ballast resistance sometimes can go bad in these mopars as well. It's not common, so I'm not gonna say that that's the problem first of all. So somebody has definitely been in here and done a rotor and cap swap, and I do believe that's a newer coil as well. But we're gonna poke around in here a little bit. First of all, we're just gonna start to take off. There you go. The old plug wire over here, and let's just see if we even get spark from the ignition coil. So basically what you just want to do is take this off. This is coming from the coil and into the distributor cap, but if we're going to take it off the distributor cap and just lay it to a ground somewhere, then we should see it do some sparking. So if we lay that right there, I can hear that. I can hear the spark go. So we got spark. And the points, I guess, should be working. I'm just gonna real quick try to pop the cap off and see what's going on in there, if they even changed the points or anything like that. And we still got spark. I guess we're gonna go to the fuel side of things and see whatever's gonna happen over there. There you go. I thought I maybe had to take all the plug wires off. Dude, that looks clean. That looks brand spanking new in there. So another thing we can test also is put ignition on, and then we can just like flick the contacts down here and see how that looks. There should be like a solid spark, but because we already got spark coming out of the coil and into the distributor cap, we already know that the contact points are working, because if they weren't working, we wouldn't get any spark. There you go, cap is back on, and then we're gonna put the old spark plug wire back in there. Now, one thing we do real quick is just take a spark plug wire off and see if there's any spark there. And we're gonna actually just do it very simply by taking it like this, loose, and then we're gonna leave some distance in the boot, and if we're gonna hear then we got spark. Let's go in here, then we're gonna crank it. Oh, did you guys hear that? It sounded like it wanted to fire a little bit. I did also before pull the accelerator pump like 5 times or whatever, just to see if we got an accelerator pump. So I have kind of a feeling that it might be a fuel pump, but there's a newer fuel pump in it. It doesn't look new, but it's definitely not the original one. So that has been changed at some point. We're gonna plug this back in. I think what we're looking at here is probably a fuel problem of some sort, maybe like idle circuit, accelerator pump not working, so we can't squirt anything in, so it won't start or whatever. But let's try and pour some gas into the float house, pull the accelerator pump one more time just so I can verify that the accelerator pump works. Let's do that real quick. So here what we're gonna do, I'm gonna just pour a little bit of gas into the float bowl itself, and a little bit in here as well. I'm gonna try to crank it again, I guess, and see what's gonna happen. Slingshot engaged. It's not even trying to fire, what the hell? Now let's not forget, when I bought this car, this thing was running. I heard it run, but it's been sitting for almost like 2-3 weeks now, whatever, and it didn't run the best up at the other guy's place. Whatever has happened in the meantime, I'm not really sure. Ignition stuff, still working. Probably, I'm just gonna try like really choke it and freaking drown it with fuel right now, because it seems like it's not pulling fuel. I don't got any fuel at the accelerator pump or whatever. And it might just be a stock float, even though I've been banging a little bit on this old float house, you know. Yellow, wake up! Well, we definitely got an accelerator pump now. So maybe it was a stock float, because now I poured gas in through the float vent, which kind of eliminates the float, if you will. Let's see if we can get it running. And if it runs, then really quickly I'm just gonna run out here and smack on the old float while the pump is like pushing on it, you know what I mean? And the old choke a little bit there. Dude, hell yeah! And the float is not sticking now. I don't think so. Because then I would think I already ran out of gas now. It's not that big of a float house. A float bowl. Okay, so I think next thing we're gonna do is trying to check timing of this thing, and then we're also gonna adjust probably the idle screw or mixture screws or whatever, because I can already tell now that's running pretty damn brisk. By the way, look at something funny right now. Big tire, small tire. What a difference that makes. Looks so much cooler with the big tire on the right. So here we got the old Slinky. The old Slinky damn lube. Listen how good this thing is running now. Look at this, it's not even up to operating temp yet. Look at how easy it starts. No accelerator pump, no, just turning the key, you know. Sick. Well, I guess the engine is running now, and cold starts pretty damn well. Sure, let's see if we can fix the shifter and the sound from the front wheel and the rear brake. I think that was hanging. Sure. Let's get the air clean on here first. Snake over here to the PCB/breather. There you go. And then let's take the lid off here real quick and see if we can line this thing up. There you go. Don't want the choke to be stuck in that thing. By the way, look at a cute little air filter here. So much airflow. And the wing nut. Also the hood hangs a little bit here at the top. That's kind of like my old Firebird did, so I'm used to that. So I immediately grabbed the first wheel here and it spins freaking awesome. However, we got some wheel bearing. You guys really can hear it. It doesn't make a lot of noise, but there's a lot of slop in that thing. And you can see this dust cap has been on and off quite a lot of times. It's really beat up and it's not really fully seated, so I'm sure I'm gonna have to pull this off and see what the hell is going on in there. If we go over here to the passenger side, rear wheel spins fine, no problem. Front wheel spins fine, no problem. Tiny bit of drag, but I mean, it's fine. It's not anything I'm gonna mess with right now. It's kind of stuck a little bit, so we're gonna take this drum off as well and see what's hell going on inside of that. Wheel bearing grease looks pretty, not that pretty. So what you want for this job is just a pair of needle nose pliers to remove the cotter pin. God dang it, it broke. It definitely just broke. Then we want to remove this little retainer dust cap thing. I'm not really sure what it's called. With your adjustable nut rounder right here. As you can see, this thing is completely loose. So I'm gonna give it a little tightening here. Just a little. Then I'm gonna back off. I'm just gonna remove this needle plier. And I'm pretty much just gonna feel the tension. So right there, it starts to grab a little bit. And I'm gonna give it a little bit more. A little bit more. No slop. Now let's move on to the rear wheel down here. Usually how I get drum brakes off is kind of shocking, because sometimes things just loosen up, and also around this collar right here. Oh, something popped. Sweet. So let's see what's the issue in here. Nothing, I suppose. What? And this turns fine. That's not really a nice feeling. I feel like I can feel the ring gear like tuk, 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 tuk. Do we have any slop in the pinion in here? Barely have any slop, but I can just like feel the ring gear through the axle hub like tuk, 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 tuk. Well, I don't see anything wrong in here, so maybe it was just hung up a little bit. So we're gonna put it back on and send it. Look at that. Now it turns fine. I don't know, maybe it was just rusted a little bit or something, but it works now, I guess. I want to know how original this car is. I'm pretty sure this is a rare thing. I just read that on a lot of forums and stuff like that if you restore a car, this is one of those pieces that are like impossible to get. This right here, this bracket right here, I'm pretty sure that's a bracket for when they tie down the cars when they have to deliver them on a train. And when they come to the dealership, they remove that bracket again. That's what I read, and that's what I got told. I have no idea if it's true. Let me know down below in the comments, but it's pretty cool it's there. Anyhow, we have original inner fender rubber stuff going on over here. Underneath the car, we still got the original like plastic inner fenders for the engine bay, both front and rear, and on both sides. And the whole plastic inner fender in there. So what we're gonna do now
is bringing the car all the way up, and then we're gonna have a look underneath of this thing. But now that I have a lift, then we can see everything. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour underneath of this car, because it's pretty damn clean, but I haven't seen it like completely yet, so let's have a look together. So as you can see down here, this is one hell of a original car. Like, nothing has changed. I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? Got some grease and stuff and small repairs here and there. A little bit of leaky transmission. But I mean, it's so solid. It's so insane. Like, floor pans are like brand new. Some guy at some point did undercoat this whole thing. So like everything you see that's like nice and new black. It's some kind of like undercoating POR 15 type of thing. But still, man, this thing is like so clean. The original little 7 3/4 rear end here. Got some air shocks in it though. Some power tool stuff with all your tools in the rear. Just look at their floor pans. Look at the rust mopar, people. Or the rust that isn't there. Look at the quarter panels. Those are amazing, even though they have some kind of like road top, whatever that is on it. So man, looking underneath this car, I'm so freaking happy with my purchase. We are headed out probably for like a 100-mile drive each way to pick up a Christmas tree on my birthday, by the way, 22nd December. We'll see if this thing gonna make it. Pretty much we're doing a little bit of roadkill right here. Let's drop this thing down. Well, good morning guys, it's a new day. It's early, bright morning, and we got 100 miles to go to pick up a Christmas tree. Got this thing fired up and we are ready to go. So let's open the garage door and head out there. So we're out here on the back roads and this thing runs freaking great, dude. Like, so far no problems. There's a slight few small things. The car pulls a little bit to the right, but it is also windy as hell outside today. Now also the carburetor has like a weird dead spot between like 15% throttle to 30%. So you gotta give it 10% throttle or 30% throttle. The small spot in between there, it kind of like I'm just gonna turn down the heat a little bit because the heater works. This is also a thing that tells me like an original car is original. The horn works. You hear that? It doesn't have the turn signal canceling whatever cam thing they put on this like aftermarket hot rod bling over here. And if you guys know how much of a pain that is to change out, go and check out Nalo's Speed Shop's latest video where Liv fixes her turn signal in her Pontiac, because it just sucks to do that job, and it does in every car. I don't know why. It's just a bad time, you know. Second gear, hit it from 40, 50, 60. What a beast! So let's hit the freaking road. Hot digging it down! Well guys, I think we're like 50 miles in now, and so far no problem. The car's getting a little bit to the hot side, but it's honestly staying where it is now, so I think we're good. And also, both quarter windows are starting to rattle down. So that's a lot of cold wind in here and a lot of wind noise. But I don't know why. I think somebody removed the crank handles on them and like the whole window mechanism. So they're pretty much just sliding down every time I hit a bump. The window goes down like further and further.
Bedre herfra.
We are picking up an old Christmas tree on the new 70 Challenger. As you can see so far, we made it, I guess.
So now I'm probably just gonna throw it out. Oh! If you guys want to see all the videos I've been shooting over there with the Craig 99, now the Speed Shop, heat shield products, the Black Widow, summer screw and stuff like that at Power Tour 2023, then go down below, link in the description, then you can see all the different videos that I filmed over there.